Hey Devines, welcome to Tutorial Tuesday. And today we are doing a braid out takedown. So let's get started. You all should definitely check out my story from today because someone I know told me that I look like Lavender from Matilda, the movie. And today I had on my blue light glasses as well. So, oh my gosh, it was so funny. And yeah, check out my story because I literally look just like her with this hair. So what I did was I braided my hair into jumbo braids and then I tucked them with bobby pins. And that was just to get me through today so I can go to work and be on camera technically. So you can see me from this profile. I'm fine, but in the back, I just have my braids kind of tucked and braided. So, hey, Devine, come on in. I see you falling in. But let me start off with saying, who am I and why are you here? So, I am Devin Churchill. I am the owner of Devine Glamour, LLC, and I am a traveling hair, makeup, and nail stylist and a virtual tutor. And these are Tutorial Tuesdays. So, this is my way of giving you a free hour to ask me questions, to chat, to learn, for me to teach you guys different things and tips on natural hair, makeup, and nails, and then a little bit, of course, of self-care and love as well. So you guys get a little bit of everything in this one space. So do not worry if you are busy doing something else, you have a meeting to go to, whatever, because it has to be super, super important, right, to miss tonight. But you can definitely go to Facebook. I save them there. Instagram, I save them there. And of course, lastly, YouTube. Okay, so definitely check out my channel. Thanks for coming tonight. Don't worry, we will not be here long. There are times we are here the entire time, but we will not be here long tonight. So I want to show you, first of all, the way I parted my braids and the way they are set up. And I wanted you to also see the size of my braids too. So you can kind of see I did big chunks because with my braid outs, I want them to be more wavy than crinkly. So a lot of the times, and this is with my hair type, with my braid outs, I get this like, if I do my braids really small, I get a more of a kinky look. And when my hair separates day by day, it just gets frizzier and frizzier. It's not like my twist out. My twist out gets a little frizzy, as you all saw last week, but not nearly as much as my braid out. So in the back, I guess I can show you. I had these braids crossed, so they were tucked into the other beginning of another braid, kind of like woven. And I did that. It also helps my braids stay straight, as you can see. And because of the curve of my head, it kind of bends them a little bit, which is really cool too. I like that. Because what happens is when I take them down, the braid itself won't be bent. So yeah, I like that. Let me see. Oh, sorry guys. There we go, moving it out the way. They were talking, sorry. Okay, and then let me take that one out. There we go. I think I did them all. And then at the end of my braids, I, of course, twisted my finger, and it gave me this little curl, like I do my twist outs. So you see, I have that little like wave at the bottom. Now this braid here, I have a curly cut, so some of my hair is shorter than others. So where you see your braid or your twist start to unravel, what I did was I just took a bobby pin, I braided all the way to the end, and you just take a bobby pin and go right across the braid like that. And then you go to sleep and put your bonnet on. Hey Devines, come on in. So that's what I did for all of my braids, and then I'll show you my different parts. So when all my hair was wet, let me show you what I did, because normally we would have done these braids on live, right? So I want you to see. So I parted the bottom line, made that into 2 braids. did the next line. Actually, no. I parted this line and made 2 braids. And then I split the side of my head right here. See, I did 1, 2. So I went here and sliced that way. And then I went on this side and I sliced this way. And that left me the center to figure out how I wanted to divide this hair. Because all of this hair around the base is from my curly cut, right? So it's a little longer. That hair is a little more even. So you all know what your haircut looks like too. You know what your ends are gonna do. So I had to try to keep the hair consistent with the length of that layer. Okay? And then I took the front piece because I said, okay, well, I know this is gonna be my bang. So let me just make this whole box 1 braid. So that left me with the center box here. Yeah. And then I said, okay, this hair in the middle is my coarsest hair, it's my thickest hair. So this couldn't have been 2 braids, as you can see. Even this one is a little chunkier than these 2. Okay? So I split that into 3. How did I do that? I took the square and I did it a diagonal. And then made that a braid. And then I was about to braid this one. And I said, ooh, that's thick. So I turned it into 2. So that's the full walkthrough of everything. Okay? Let's read some of these comments. Your hair looks so soft and moisturized. Thank you so much. So, let me tell you a little bit of that story. So on this twist out, if you guys remember, we did the twist out and then we did edges. So that means that I skipped my weekly wash. And I believe I told you all what happens to my hair when I skip a wash. Let me tell you that my scalp was so itchy. It flaked up really bad. What else? I even saved a video. I'm going to put it together and I'll share it. I think I had the camera flash a little too high because it kicked back. So it actually looks like my hair is shiny, but that's actually the residue on my hair giving flashback. So that was very interesting. So when I washed my hair for these braids, I really washed my hair really well, and I normally tell my Devines, if you're really looking for a shampoo to literally strip all the buildup off your hair, you're either using the Mielle Organics Clarifying Shampoo, or you are using the Aunt Jackie's Moisturizing Shampoo. So I used Aunt Jackie's Moisturizing Shampoo, and you literally need like this much, and it gets you clean all the way through to the scalp. I had to do that. I had to do my deep condition. I also did a hot oil treatment. So all of those steps, I really tried to hydrate my hair and my scalp, and I have been oiling it daily. So actually, these braids I did on Sunday, I believe. Let me think. Because I had a hat on. Yeah, so I did these Sunday. So they dried Sunday, and Monday I had a beanie on. I put a bonnet on and I put a beanie over these, and now today I'm taking them down for you guys, okay? So I just wanted to let you all know how that process happened. I know you're like, whew, that was a mouthful. I know. But that has literally been the process of my hair lately. And I'm sure that you Devines understand as well, right? I wish my hair was this thick. If I did them that big, I would have about 8 braids. My hair isn't dense at all. So definitely do your braid outs based on the results you want. Not necessarily just to braid it up. You can. And I've told a lot of Devines as well, you don't have to part if you don't want to, but parts are actually very essential to how you want your hair to lay, and you're going to see that revealed today, so stay tuned, okay? And density is very important. I had to braid very closely to my scalp, otherwise I would have really thick roots and then crinkles at the end, and I didn't want that. I wanted a little more definition. So thank you for bringing that up. What do you use on your scalp when your scalp is dry and flaky? Because I have the same issue in protective styles. You see I'm scratching my head already. So I have been using Mielle Organics, and I use the mint almond oil. I do that on my scalp for my hot oil treatments for sure, 100%. In terms of the actual scalp and applying daily, I use the Rosemary mint almond oil, and I have that coupon code for Mielle Organics in my link in the bio. So no worries, you can save your coin, okay? But definitely stock up on those. Those are going to really help you out in terms of the itchiness. I realized that if I literally oil my scalp every day, I prevent the itch. It kind of sounds very like cliche that it should happen if you oil it. Like if you oil your skin, you don't have itchy skin. Same thing with my scalp, especially because I do have eczema as well. So I realized I have it in my scalp, so I flake up really bad. I hope that answers your question, but also a big thing that I have learned with my research is that if you have itchy and flaky scalp, you need to be deep conditioning and do a hot oil treatments weekly. That should help because it definitely helped heal my scalp. For today, I am going to be using coconut oil. Not coconut, Lord. Carrot oil on my hands to take my braids down. It smells very good. And it's very thin, but it's very shiny. So I'm going to just rub my braids on the outside. Oh, let me not forget. This time I used Aunt Jackie's Argan oil as well. I did that to seal my ends. So if you notice that my ends do not look dry or frizzy, I put that on there. And I added a little bit more on my scalp when I did when my hair was damp. So that's another reason. That oil is nice and thick, so I wanted that on my braid out. So add that to your to-get list if you were looking at the moisturization on my hair this time too. So I always like to start in the back. I don't know about you guys, but when you take anything down, your braids, your twist, the goal is to keep the 3 sections together. And if it was twist, the 2 sections. But do not separate them. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks, Devines. So keep the 3 sections separate. If this doesn't happen with your hair and it doesn't stay together and there's a lot of frizz already, that means while you were braiding, you were crossing a lot. When I say crossing, that means as you're braiding, you were taking hair from another section, putting in another section. You can do that, but try your best to make your sections even when you begin, so that when you take it down, they're all together. Now, some of my hair, I think this one, I had to cross hair. And that was because I have a curly cut, so the top of my hair is shorter than the sides. So, I even did it back here. See, here's one. See, I crossed. That's okay, because it's going to stick out. And this is part of the process when I say taking down your hair. If you properly detangle your hair before you braid it, you get this. And this is helpful because this is already separating your hair for you. So you take each hair that comes apart and then separate it. The way you do that is you loosen up your roots. So you massage it, you just sprinkle it, and your hair should separate on its own. If it doesn't, that's okay. Find where the braid separates on its own. So find clumps. This is the key to taking your hair down on day 1. That's it. Do not separate any more than that on day 1. If you separate more than that, you're going to get a lot of frizz and you are not going to have, your hair is not going to last. The style, you're going to lose it in like 2 days. If you let your hair separate itself, you keep these clumps. And then you know what happens on the next day? You take that, let me show you. Here's a good one. See this clump? See how it's together? Today it's together. Day 2, and I'm only doing this because I want you all to know, but day 2 may be here. And day 3 may be here. And day 4 may be here. So as the days go on, you separate it more and more. But see already, if I do it too much, I'm going to get more frizz. Then see, look at this part. It's still together. Okay? I'm hearing braid outs are my favorite style. Look, don't hate me, y'all, but guess what? Twist outs are my favorite. Y'all know it. If you are here every week, you know I am a fan of twist outs. I am obsessed with twist outs, but that's because on my hair, it gives me a nice coil, like a nice curl, as if my hair was doing a wash and go. And you all know I'm working on my wash and goes. Bear with me, okay? I'm working on those. But yes, I love the braid outs when I'm trying to dry my hair. That's what I do. This is my way of drying my hair sometimes when I don't want to put heat on it. Or if I want to turn my hair into a fro, stay tuned. If I want to turn my hair into a fro, I do jumbo braids, let them dry, and then brush this out. So thank you so much. If I take a brush, you all know my favorite detangling brush. I brought it down. Right? I would start at the bottom, work my way up, and my hair will go boom. Literally. Okay. And I believe I did a video on that before, so you all gotta go fanning and skimming through. You're gonna find it. I did that when I did my curly cut. Yes, when I shaved my hair, I did a video on that. So scroll back a couple weeks ago. Oh, has it been months now? Oh, help me, Lord. Okay. Looks so good. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to see how this all comes together. Seriously. And, you know, it's raining here in Chicago. It's been raining it's going to rain all week, and it's been raining already. And I want to make sure the connection is okay. So you all let me know if ever I get blurry or start buffering. I think I've been okay so far, but we lost our music. You know, I keep a good vibe on our lives. But I'd rather you all see this. So I decided to just let that go. By the way, hair is smelling phenomenal. The oils mixed together. Ooh, this is my perfume for the week. It smells so good. And part of that is the Aunt Jackie's Argan oil and the Mielle Rosemary Mint. And oh, you all don't know, it feels so good to take these down. You all know I'm tenderhead, so when I take a style down, it just feels so freeing. Okay. Guess what? I realized I left. That's okay, I got another pick. Always keep an extra pick, you know. Okay, here's the next one. I think I crossed a little bit in this one, so you all will get a chance to see what crossing looks like. You can probably see it already. I got a couple of different braid pieces. But you still try to get back to that main one. See how this one's split? This is the main chunk, but then at the end it's split 2 times. Just try to keep them together. Let me move my arm so y'all can see. Yes, Devine. I love big hair. Like, well, I guess I better like big hair with all this hair, right? But no, seriously, I love big hair. Hi, miss you. Okay, I'm glad I gave my hair a full day, like actually a day and a half, to dry, because these wouldn't have as much definition if they were damp. So make sure that your hair is dry. That was the other thing I was trying to say. With twist, with my hair dries quicker. When I lock my hair in a braid, it holds its moisture. So that's another reason why my hair probably looked really shiny and moisturized as well, because it was braided. When my hair is twisted, it's okay, but it definitely holds it with the braids. Okay, here's a good chunk. And you see I went to my roots and I instantly started separating. So see those clumps? There's one. There's one. So you see them, right? See those different clumps and they're separating themselves? That's what you want to go for on day one. Day one. Okay, let's go back to this one. So separate the 3 pieces. Now, I hope that I'm answering all the questions. If you have any specific ones, definitely drop them in the question box if you're on Instagram or in the chat on Facebook. Okay. Here's some crossing up here a little bit. Let me make sure they stay separate. There we go. So see, there's the 3 pieces. Separate at the root. Let me turn a little bit so I can see with the back. There we go. There's one. Remember, day one. If you over separate, you're gonna get too much frizz on your first try, on your first day. You want that first day to be, you know, the first initial definition, and then as days go on, you'll separate even more. And yes, I'm still gonna lift my roots after this because remember I like to part my hair, so I need to hide these parts that I created. So I'm definitely gonna pick my roots too. So I'm keeping the 3 pieces. Let's see. There we go. There's the 3. Let's start with this one. Separate at the root. And sometimes, like that was a great one, I just kind of let them separate on their own without even physically doing each one. I could just open it and let that be its separation too. Just open it up like a fan and then just let that be its separation. I purposely did this one right in the middle because I knew that my parts would somewhat be similar to each other. So see, this piece should lay right in the middle. So it's going to give me some more of that coverage. And then the key too is separating. Make sure your ends are separated so it'll fall. So let's do this one. Somebody said, I'm on FaceTime and watching it live. I love the update. Yes, sis. I love it as well, okay? How do you sleep with this style? Good question. Bonnet. No, seriously. Bonnet. That's all you need. I'm going to do my edges a little bit. So you could just take a scarf. And when you have that scarf, you just let your hair push back. Lay your edge scarf on there. Put the bonnet on top so it protects your edges. And that's it. That is all you need to do. Let me tell you different ways you can put it in the bonnet though. It depends on what your hair does. So with my hair, sometimes I can do the pineapple. So you let all your hair go up like this. But sometimes what will happen when I take my bonnet off and I let it go, sometimes my hair will sit up a little bit off my shoulders because it's used to being straight up. So what I will do sometimes is take my hair and tuck it like this and put my bonnet on. So when I take it down, it will fall like this. So it kind of depends on what you want your hair to do. Play around with both ways. Yes, I've done pineapple one night and tucked the next night. That's fine. But as you can already see, I'm getting some shape with this already. From when I told you I had my braids pinned up for today. That helped for this shape because now it's falling like this, like I wanted it to. I'm getting some serious definition too. I could tell already. When other Devine said, yeah, it was moisturized. That plays a big key to this braid out situation. Because braids really do hold the shine. Like, look at that. That's like magnificent. And you know, you'll be surprised that placement is key. Oh, that feels good. You all know that's the middle of the braid. Placement is key. And I love to let people know it's okay. I'm letting you know, Devine, it's okay if you don't. But parts will change your life. I even had a recent new Devine. She told me, like, after that twist, when we did rope twist, she's like, I tried it with parts and it changed my life and I will never go back to the other way. She said my hair lasted so much longer. Oh, I had a braid right here. Y'all ain't tell me. That's okay. Let's take it down. And I was like, yeah, I love doing parts because it changes your results. It gives you this nice look when you take them down. It gives you a shape. You basically can do whatever you want with it because you're determining what it's going to be. So let me know in the chat. Do you all like braid outs or twist outs? Which one? What's it going to be? Y'all already know what team I am, so I'm biased. Hey. So which one are you? Braid out or twist out? What's your fave? What works best on your hair? Okay, I got another twist out there. Okay. Who else? Twist out or braid out? Twist out. Yes. I am definitely a team twist out for sure. Okay, twist out. Yes, twist out is faster. Twist out is faster, no doubt. Yeah, you know, with the braid outs, you know what? Try the chunky ones though. Try the jumbo braids and see how it looks. Cause I'm actually very interested to see if you don't have, you know, thick hair, what your braid out turns out to look like. Cause I feel like braid outs will make it more kinky. Like I guess it does the same for me too. Thank you. Yeah, it's the twist out for me. It's the twist out for me, okay? That's where I'm at. What about a plate out? LOL. You know, it's so funny how different sides of town and like areas of the world will create their own words. Like I crack up when I hear plate. But yes, they're essentially the same, but the technique is a little different. But yes, please show me some pictures. I want to see what you all are seeing out there as a played out, because honestly, it's basically knotless braids is what we're doing right now. But anyway, I crack up every time. Okay, hold on, y'all. You know, with the jumbo braids, it's a little faster. I think I'm done. I got this one on the top. And this should be it. We gotta lay these edges a little bit. Other than that, that's good. Oh, that middle of the braid. Whew, that felt great. Okay, so this is a really big braid. So I wanna show you how to separate these really big pieces. Because if these are separated too much, what's gonna happen is they won't match the other hair. So we want to go to the root, but we're going to be very careful because actually, let me see. It feels a little cold to the touch, so it's not damp, but it's literally, it just dried. But this is what I call fanning. You see? I'm fanning the hair. I haven't really separated it. I just loosened it up. I fanned it out. So with fanning, you rub your fingers across the top, and you're doing this. And you're rubbing them loose, and then laying them out. And this is going to be my bang. This piece is from the back, so see. Fanning out. There we go. I got a little loop here. That was another one. So now I can fluff it. So I've done the first day separation. I can fluff this out, make my ends blend. Remember with your braid outs, try to do something on the ends. Remember I said I wrapped my finger around so I kept a curl there. If your hair is straight on the ends and it doesn't do that, put a perm rod at the end. Thank you. Let me start rubbing some of my edge control on so I can get ready to tie that down. Let me close this oil because we don't want no problems. I'm going to keep this part. That's why I put it there. I wanted a side part. So I did use a multitude of products, but I believe I'm just going to list them in the YouTube description box because I did do a little bit of mixing for this look. Mostly on Jackie's and Mielle Organics though. I will definitely let you know that now. So with the edges, I just want them to go straight back. I don't want any waves or loops. And that is because I want my hair to keep that defined look. I just want my hair to go straight back, basically. I don't need the illusion. I just want a straight edge. So I'm doing that so it'll just go straight and my hair falls over it. So now with this end, well this side, same thing. I want it to go straight back and flow with the direction of my hair that I did with the braids. I'm going to put that on that one. Now see, this is the start of a new braid. So I'm going to let those edges stop there and then start my new ones. I'm going to keep the flow of my hair. I'm not going to force them to do anything different this time. And what's key after this is tying them down. Tying them down. There we go. So I'm keeping that one with that braid. And I'm going to start the new one with this one. Okay, now I have my edges set. I don't have to do it tonight, but I'm going to do it for you all so that you know exactly what to do tomorrow. But I'm going to lift my roots. So when you lift roots, you stick your pick in and you go up, pull out. Okay, so you probably can already see the difference. This was really flat to my head. So I'm gonna go right below it. In, up, out. See that volume already? In, up, out. In, up, out. In, up, out. So I'm doing it slow so you all can see the motion and see the difference in my hair. Every time I do it, it lifts up. This piece is very, very important, not only for my parts, but for the volume of my hair, so I don't have to separate more. I can keep the look without over separating, so I can get more definition. Yes, you can go in between the curls too. That's fine. You just want to lift. And you'll see my hair will just get bigger and bigger. And it's lifting off my head. See, this side is starting to take shape. Let's go a little bit back here. And you can do that too. You can lift and get under those other curls to help sit them up. See that there? So this is the braid out. You see the lift, you see the shine, and I get to keep my definition. I didn't over separate. I kept that. This is my favorite side. You always have a favorite side, but this side is giving me life. To the shape, to the definition, the shine. This is giving me everything. And you all can see I have movement. I have bounce. It's not stiff. So yeah, definitely try this on your next braid out. I'm very interested to see how it works for you. And let me know your progress. So do it day by day and tag me in it. I want to see the evolution of it because I believe that it's going to change you. I'm serious. I really think it's going to change you in the way that you enjoy each style. And you can get through the entire week with one braid out. You won't have to re-braid your hair. You won't have to even if you did twist, you don't have to retwist your hair. The takedown process is the most important part, because it allows you to keep it. So I'll keep you all up to date, promise. And enjoy your week. Remember to love your locks and looks and to get some rest. Take care of yourself and love yourself. We need that right now because it's a lot going on. So peace. Bye.